Welcome back to another Friday noon simple meditation practice. So our purpose here is in providing just a short practice of slowing everything down, paying attention to yourself, receiving a little kind of refreshing from that process, and something that is accessible to everyone. So the last thing I want to do with these noon meditations is to send us or take us anywhere complicated or confusing. So I try to use, and for myself as well, it works best to use language that is simple and not complicated. So I hope that what I have for today doesn't go that direction, because it's not where I intend us to go. But the word that I want us to kind of explore is the word suffering. And that word can bring about emotions in us immediately because just in terms of self-preservation, we don't like to go there, and we don't like to mention a word such as suffering. But it's a reality, and it's a place that is something we need to recognize from time to time. Not that we want to just dwell in our suffering permanently, but especially for people who really do try to resist acknowledging or going to a place of suffering at all. It can be a place that can be healing. It can be important to honor that as an honest space on the inside of you from time to time. And what I liken it to is, in ministry and in our relationships and community, that ministry of presence is so helpful. When someone around us is suffering, just being with that person, not trying to fix them or even find the right words to help them, but just our physical presence with them in love can do so much to help them through that time of suffering. And I think the same thing can be brought to ourselves when we do that for ourselves. So coming on the inside and asking ourselves, where or how am I suffering? And just being there, not trying to fix it or run away from it, but actually just acknowledging it as true, and breathing and loving ourselves, our own person, in the middle of that suffering. And that's it. No expectations. So that's what we're gonna go to together, very simply, in the same manner that we practice this on all of our other Fridays, but just with that little intention as we settle into a place that's relaxed for our physical bodies. We'll ask ourselves that simple question and just listen to what we hear. So whether you're standing or sitting or lying down, eyes opened or closed, let's start to breathe and follow the inhales and the exhales. And begin to relax, no hurry. Just let everything else go on hold. Everything around you will just rest and stay put. We'll turn our attention inside. Letting time go on hold as well. Just listening and being for the next 5 minutes. Starting to notice notice your physical body, make any adjustments to just find a little more relaxation for yourself as we settle in here. Remember, you don't have to stay perfectly still. You can always add a little rise and fall with the breath, or a little gentle sway side to side. Anything that makes your body just a little more easy and soft. Nice inhales and easy exhales. Finding a little bit more just depth or length at a comfortable pace for yourself. You don't have to match mine. Easy at the shoulders and the neck. Relaxing at the hips and the lower back. And then whenever you have found that comfortable physical place, your breath is easy, you found a little connection on the inside of yourself, you can ask yourself that question without pressure and with love and acceptance for yourself. Where am I suffering? And just listen in openness and honesty. Whatever you have heard in asking that question, just allow it to be true. You don't have to fix it or solve it. Just be present with yourself right in the middle of it. As you're sitting with yourself, if you feel your body begin to tense or tighten, just return to that process of relaxing in the middle of it. Each breath helping you just to settle and sink down. and be. Couple more breaths like this. And then gently coming out of this place and this space that we've created, in acknowledging wherever or however you have found some suffering on the inside of you. Remember that that kind of approach is within a loving embrace, without judging, without being harsh for everything not being perfect on the inside of you. It's okay. You know, whatever you find when you go to that place of listening, the more you can sit and love and be present with yourself with acceptance, the more whole and connected you are, the more the healing that we all need on the inside, the more it creates space for that process to actually happen. All right, so that same way of approaching yourself, of coming with love and acceptance, it's the same quality that we want to live our lives in. Everyone wants to receive love and everyone wants to give love. It's part of our DNA. So every time we can practice that with ourselves, just know that we're equipping ourselves to be whole and healthy and be that way with everyone around us. Yeah? All right, thanks for joining. I hope that wasn't too heavy today, but it's meant to truly be helpful and doable and accessible. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and weekend, and I'll see you next time. Peace.